Hi, I'm Dr. Dean St. Mart, formulator for Supplement Needs, and in this video we're going to talk about Pre-Focus Plus. So what is Pre-Focus Plus? It's the second product within our Pre-series that has been designed to be stacked with Pre-Pump Plus in order to provide a caffeine-based ingredient alongside nootropics. So what's that going to do? It's going to improve your concentration and it's going to improve your focus. So it's not just a product that you would take as a pre-workout. It can also be taken prior to studying, exams, or even gaming. It has a multi-directional use that's not just limited to being a pre-workout. So, as you may have noticed, Pre-Focus Plus, it's not dosed sky high with caffeine, unlike other products on the market. And the reason for this is we can see adverse central nervous system effects from caffeine in certain individuals, as well as others being slow metabolizers of caffeine, leading to jitters post-consumption, as well as GI distress, increased stomach motility, diarrhea, etc. So I wanted to provide a product that gave a nice, smooth caffeine hit, as well as a choline donor base and dopamine donor base also. What that will effectively do is give you the stimulatory effect of the caffeine and then compound that with improved concentration from the choline and then improved mood and drive from the dopamine. So within Pre-Focus Plus, I tended to stay away from caffeine anhydrous or caffeine dimaleate, which are synthetic forms of caffeine. Within Pre-Focus Plus, we've got 200 milligrams of caffeine, so it's on par to a double espresso in terms of caffeine content. But the caffeine I've specifically chosen for Pre-Focus Plus is 100 milligrams of a trademark version known as Pure Caf, which comes from organic green coffee beans. And then the second is 100 milligrams of active TR or active time release caffeine, which is a microencapsulated delivery form of caffeine. So in other words, the delivery of the caffeine is much slower in terms of caffeine anhydrous or caffeine dimaleate, and that should offset any of the GI distress or any of the jitters that you may see with caffeine affecting the central nervous system. Now bear that in mind, this is not a product that you're going to take 15 minutes before you go to the gym. The caffeine in this takes a little while to get to work, so I would advise that you take Pre-Focus Plus at least 90 minutes prior to whatever event you're looking for its efficacy to take effect. So, with the caffeine part of the ingredient blend covered, we move on to the choline donor base. So choline feeds into acetylcholine neurotransmitter production in our brain, and that helps to improve our concentration. Now within Pre-Focus Plus, we've got 1.1 grams of choline donors, and that comes from 600 milligrams of alpha GPC, which you might have seen me cover in the PM priming stack, and 500 milligrams of acetylcholine. So both these choline sources tend to work and seesaw to one another. So alpha GPC tends to cause relaxation and improved focus, whereas the acetylcholine plays directly into improved memory. So between the two, you're well covered in terms of your choline donor requirements. And as we know, acetylcholine levels in the brain can be short-lived, and that's due to an enzyme called acetylcholine esterase, which is an enzyme that breaks down acetylcholine. So what I've included here is 100 micrograms of huperzine A, which is a known acetylcholine esterase inhibitor. So that's going to ensure that your choline levels from these choline donors is going to remain in your system for a sufficiently long period in order to reap the benefits of it. The next ingredient then is 1500 milligrams of acetyl L-carnitine, which plays a role in improved concentration, improved nutrient delivery to the brain, and as well as improving your mood. It's a carnitine source, so it's going to have great effects in terms of how your mitochondria mobilize energy. And with that, then it's going to obviously, like I said, improve concentration on top of your choline donors. The fourth aspect of the ingredient profile is a dopamine donor base. And here we have a sky-high dosage in terms of almost 2.5 grams of dopamine donors that's going to play into how your brain turns over and produces dopamine. So starting off, you've got 1500 milligrams of L-tyrosine and 500 milligrams of DL-phenylalanine. You may have seen the DL-phenylalanine in intra-EAA+. And what both of those do is feed into L-dopa, which is then the precursor to dopamine. And as you've seen me talk about several videos before, dopamine is that important neurotransmitter that leads to drive and desire. So it's going to make us feel good and make us want to go and train. The third ingredient within the dopamine donor base is 500 milligrams of mucanopurines, and this is a rich source that's been standardized to close to 200 milligrams of L-dopa itself. So similar to when we take 5-HTP from Griffonia seed extract, the L-dopa is the standardized extract within mucanopurines. So between those, you're going to see massive increases in dopamine in terms of your donors and how we feed into that production. And what I've chosen to include then, if you've watched the Sleep Stack video, is 20 milligrams of pyridoxine 5-phosphate, which is the phosphorylated version of vitamin B6. Now this becomes important in terms of helping to create dopamine from L-dopa and create obviously serotonin from 5-HTP. So the hydroxylase enzymes that are very important to create those two neurotransmitters rely heavily on P5P. The final aspect towards Pre-Focus Plus are two nutraceuticals. One of them is lion's mane, which is a mushroom extract, and then the other is ginkgo biloba. So we have 600 milligrams of lion's mane and 120 milligrams of ginkgo biloba. Both of these are fantastic products in that they help to feed into neurogenesis, so it's how our neurons create connections in our brain, and help to act as very potent antioxidant sources, and also to improve nutrient delivery to our brain and to enhance cerebral blood flow. So if one person was looking to improve cognition in the morning time, they could definitely stack this product alongside the AM priming stack. The AM priming stack is a blend of adaptogens alongside the periwinkle that increases cerebral blood flow. We could then stack for a caffeine and concentration hit from Focus Plus alongside the AM priming stack. And there have been quite a lot of good anecdotal reports from the stacking of those two for busy online coaches or anyone who's trying to study for critical exams. So hopefully this video has given you an insight into the second product in our pre-series, Pre-Focus Plus. I'm Dr. Dean St. Mart, formulator for Supplement Needs, and thank you for listening.